Welcome to World News by Denis Halandzovskyi. If you value calm, clear, and fact-based reporting on global security developments, please subscribe, leave a comment, and share your thoughts. Today's report explains a series of U.S. actions at sea involving the Coast Guard and other agencies against boats suspected of facilitating large-scale drug trafficking, a campaign that reflects evolving strategies in law enforcement, international cooperation, and regional security. In recent weeks, U.S. authorities, including the U.S. Coast Guard, have described a number of operations targeting vessels that they say are used to transport illicit drugs. According to official statements, these actions aim to intercept, disable, or destroy boats identified as part of organized trafficking networks operating on international or nearby waters. The operations form part of a broader effort to curb the movement of narcotics from production regions toward consumer markets. The U.S. government says that the revenue from drug shipments funds powerful criminal organizations that also engage in violent crime, corruption, and destabilizing activity across multiple countries. Coast Guard cutters and aircraft working alongside other federal components, including intelligence agencies and partner navies, identify suspect vessels through surveillance, radar tracking, and coordination with regional law enforcement. When a vessel is confirmed as a high-value target, typically based on patterns of travel, onboard cargo, and links to known trafficking routes, authorities may attempt interdiction. Interdiction often begins with efforts to stop and board a target vessel. If those attempts fail, or if a vessel poses an imminent danger, authorities may move to disable or sink the boat to prevent escape and remove the threat to other ships. Officials insist these decisions are made with care, based on established rules of engagement designed to minimize harm to innocent mariners and commercial traffic. These operations are not described as general military strikes, rather, they form part of law enforcement measures at sea involving agencies authorized to enforce maritime law and disrupt criminal activity. The Coast Guard's role in this context is to uphold U.S. laws, assist partner nations, and protect lives at sea. Officials argue that these measures are necessary because traffickers often operate in remote areas, out of reach of traditional police action. By using maritime patrols and targeted operations, authorities hope to intercept shipments before they reach coastal destinations, where they can be redistributed through land networks. The current campaign carries implications for regional cooperation, international law, and the fight against organized crime. Regional security. Many nations in the Caribbean, Central America, and Pacific coastlines partner with the United States in monitoring and interdicting suspect vessels. Joint patrols, shared intelligence, and coordinated action reflect recognition that drug trafficking is a transnational problem, one that requires cooperation across borders. Authorities in partner countries often welcome support when it strengthens their ability to protect citizens and maritime territory. Legal and humanitarian concerns. While governments emphasize enforcement, critics raise questions about legal frameworks and safety. Intercepting and sinking vessels involves risk to human life, especially if innocent crews are aboard or if operations are conducted in poor weather conditions. Human rights advocates and maritime safety experts argue for transparent procedures, clear oversight, and assurances that nonviolent seafarers are protected. Drug networks and adaptation. Criminal organizations adapt quickly. When routes are disrupted at sea, traffickers may seek alternative paths, using smaller boats, hidden compartments, or shifting to land or air transport. Analysts stress that interdiction, while important, must be part of a comprehensive strategy that includes targeting financial flows, supporting local law enforcement capacity, and addressing demand in consumer markets. Migration and security intersections. Maritime enforcement also intersects with broader regional issues, including migration. In some areas, people smugglers and drug traffickers use similar routes and vessels, making it difficult for authorities to distinguish between criminal transport and vulnerable migrants seeking to escape poverty or instability. This complexity means that enforcement actions must be calibrated to avoid harming those seeking asylum or refuge. International reactions. Globally, reactions have been measured. Some allied governments express support for strong enforcement against trafficking because it aligns with international commitments to combat organized crime. Others emphasize the need to balance enforcement with respect for sovereignty, navigational rights, and international maritime law. Ultimately, the strikes and interdictions represent an ongoing effort by the US and partners to reduce the flow of illegal drugs and to weaken the organizations behind them. As strategies evolve, observers will watch how enforcement results interact with broader policy efforts aimed at reducing violence, improving regional stability, and promoting lawful economic activity. Thank you for watching this update on world news by Denis Halandzovskyi. If you found this explanation helpful, please subscribe, leave a comment, and share your perspective. Independent reporting helps us understand complex security issues affecting regions around the world. Stay informed and see you in the next update. Happy Azizad.